Pierce Brosnan and His Holiness the Dalai Lama, a journey of compassion, philanthropy, and shared humanity. Have you ever stopped to wonder how two lives, seemingly worlds apart, could intertwine to inspire so many? Pierce Brosnan, the Irish-American actor celebrated for his suave portrayal of James Bond, shares a deeply profound bond with His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, the spiritual leader of Tibet. Their connection transcends the glittering lights of Hollywood and the serene silence of Tibetan monasteries, rooted instead in a shared mission: to make this world a kinder, more harmonious place. Isn't it fascinating how paths converge when guided by compassion? A birthday celebration with deeper meaning. On July 6, 2020, the Dalai Lama celebrated his 85th birthday, a moment that echoed across the globe with tributes of love and respect. Among these tributes was a heartfelt Instagram post by Brosnan, featuring a poignant photograph and a message that tugged at the heartstrings. Happy 85th birthday, Your Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. This was a photo taken 19 years ago in San Francisco. Our son Paris Brosnan was just a few months old. Keely Shea Brosnan, her mum Sharon, and I spent a few moments with His Holiness, as he blessed Paris, before I introduced His Holiness on stage. Wishing you every blessing and good health on your 85th year. Imagine that moment, an infant, held tenderly by his parents, receiving blessings from one of the world's most revered spiritual leaders. Doesn't it make you ponder how such acts of grace ripple across generations? But beyond the photograph and the heartfelt words lies a deeper story, a story of connection, inspiration, and shared purpose. This birthday tribute is just one chapter in a relationship that has spanned decades, a bond that reflects not only mutual respect but also shared values of compassion and service. The story of this bond, however, begins long before that captured moment in 2001. The pilgrimage that changed everything. In 2000, Brosnan journeyed to Dharamshala, India, where the Tibetan government in exile is headquartered. This was no casual visit, it was a pilgrimage. There, amidst the misty foothills of the Himalayas, he met the Dalai Lama. What was exchanged between them may never be fully known, but Brosnan has often described the encounter as transformative. It wasn't just a meeting, it was an awakening. Have you ever experienced a moment so profound it reshaped the lens through which you see the world? For Brosnan, this meeting was not just a brush with greatness but a call to action. The Dalai Lama's teachings on compassion, non-violence, and universal responsibility resonated deeply with the actor, who was at a crossroads in his own life. At the time, Brosnan was grappling with personal challenges and a growing awareness of the world's interconnectedness. The Dalai Lama's words provided clarity and purpose, inspiring Brosnan to align his platform with causes that transcended personal success. Reflecting on the encounter, Brosnan has often spoken of the Dalai Lama's profound serenity and unshakable optimism, even in the face of adversity. Isn't it humbling to consider how such qualities can inspire us to rise above our own struggles? Building hope. The Tibetan Refugee School. One of the most tangible outcomes of Brosnan's connection with the Dalai Lama is his philanthropic work for Tibetan communities. In 2001, Brosnan and his wife Keely Shea Smith donated £300,000 from the sale of their wedding photographs to fund a vocational training school for Tibetan refugee children in Kathmandu, Nepal. The school's mission was not merely to educate but to empower young Tibetans with practical skills while preserving their cultural heritage. The decision to fund the school was deeply personal for Brosnan. He saw it not only as a way to honor the Dalai Lama's teachings but also as an opportunity to make a lasting impact on a marginalized community. The school aimed to provide students with skills such as metalworking, carpentry, and craftsmanship, enabling them to achieve economic independence while preserving their cultural identity. When Brosnan revisited the school in 2002, he didn't just observe, he connected. He spoke with students, listened to their dreams, and reinforced his commitment. Isn't it extraordinary how compassion can turn charity into legacy? Brosnan's actions remind us that true philanthropy isn't measured in dollars but in lives touched and futures transformed. Over the years, the school has become a beacon of hope for Tibetan refugees, providing not only education but also a sense of community and cultural preservation. Brosnan's involvement has extended beyond financial support. He has remained an advocate for Tibetan causes, using his platform to raise awareness and inspire others to join the effort. Shared philosophy, compassion as a way of life. The Dalai Lama teaches that compassion is the essence of humanity. For Brosnan, this philosophy is more than an ideal, it's a guiding principle. He has often spoken about mindfulness as a tool to navigate life's complexities, a lesson he credits to the Dalai Lama's teachings. In interviews, Brosnan has reflected on how these teachings have helped him face personal tragedies, including the loss of his first wife, Cassandra Harris, to ovarian cancer. How often do we stop to consider that our greatest strength can arise from our deepest pain? Brosnan's ability to channel grief into action, whether through cancer advocacy or Tibetan philanthropy, is a testament to the transformative power of compassion. But Brosnan's embrace of compassion extends beyond his personal life. It is evident in his advocacy for global issues, from environmental conservation to human rights. He has often cited the Dalai Lama's teachings as a source of inspiration, reminding us that compassion is not a passive emotion but an active force that drives meaningful change. A beacon for advocacy and awareness. Brosnan's Hollywood fame has given him a platform, one he has used to spotlight Tibetan culture and the challenges faced by its diaspora. From public appearances to social media campaigns, he has brought global attention to the plight of Tibetan refugees. Imagine the courage it takes to use your influence for causes that may invite controversy, especially in a politically charged world. In 2022, reports suggested that Brosnan's association with the Dalai Lama might have influenced China's decision to ban the film Black Adam. Though unconfirmed, this incident underscores the complexities of advocating for Tibetan autonomy in today's geopolitical climate. What would you do when your convictions are tested against such formidable opposition? For Brosnan, these challenges have only reinforced his commitment. He has continued to speak out for Tibetan causes, emphasizing the importance of cultural preservation and human rights. His advocacy serves as a reminder that even in the face of adversity, we have the power to stand up for what we believe in. A legacy of compassion. Pierce Brosnan's relationship with the Dalai Lama is not just a story of friendship, it's a story of action. From building schools to raising awareness, Brosnan has demonstrated that kindness and responsibility go hand in hand. He has shown us that even the most glittering lives are enriched when dedicated to the service of others. As we reflect on this bond, let us ask ourselves, how can we embody the compassion that these two remarkable individuals exemplify? How can we, in our own way, become beacons of hope for a world that so desperately needs it? Their journey reminds us of a timeless truth: love and empathy are the most powerful forces in the universe. And isn't it comforting to know that, no matter who we are, we can choose to live by these principles every day? Expanding the vision. Environmental advocacy and universal harmony. Pierce Brosnan's commitment to making a difference extends beyond Tibetan causes. Inspired by the Dalai Lama's universal values, he has become a tireless advocate for environmental conservation. Brosnan's efforts in this domain echo the Dalai Lama's own calls for global responsibility in protecting our shared planet. Brosnan's environmental advocacy includes campaigning against harmful industrial practices, supporting ocean conservation, and collaborating with organizations dedicated to fighting climate change. He has stated that protecting the earth is not just a cause but a duty, a philosophy he aligns with the Dalai Lama's teachings on interconnectedness. When we harm the earth, Brosnan once remarked, we harm ourselves and the generations to come. Isn't it profound to think of our planet as a living entity deserving of compassion, mindfulness and personal growth? One cannot discuss the influence of the Dalai Lama on Brosnan without delving into the actor's personal journey of mindfulness. Brosnan has credited the spiritual leader with teaching him the value of inner peace amidst external chaos. Whether navigating the highs of Hollywood success or the depths of personal loss, Brosnan has turned to mindfulness as a guiding practice. Through meditation and reflection, Brosnan has cultivated a sense of gratitude and resilience. He often encourages others to explore mindfulness, viewing it not as an escape but as a path to genuine connection. Could there be a better antidote to the stresses of modern life than the simple act of being present? Inspiring future generations. Brosnan's relationship with the Dalai Lama has also influenced his role as a father. He seeks to instill in his children the values of empathy, responsibility, and respect for all living beings. Reflecting on the Dalai Lama's blessing of his son Paris, Brosnan has described it as a deeply symbolic moment, a reminder that the values we pass down to the next generation shape the future of humanity. Imagine the ripple effects if every parent took a moment to teach their children the principles of kindness and universal responsibility. How much more harmonious could our world become? A call to action. The bond between Pierce Brosnan and His Holiness the Dalai Lama is more than an inspiring tale. It is a call to action. It challenges each of us to look beyond our immediate concerns and consider how we can contribute to the greater good. Whether through small acts of kindness, advocacy for a cause, or simply being mindful of our impact on others, we all have the power to make a difference. So, as you reflect on this story, ask yourself, what legacy of compassion will you leave behind? How will you use your unique talents and opportunities to bring light to the lives of others? Perhaps, like Brosnan and the Dalai Lama, you'll find that the path of service leads not only to a better world but to a richer, more meaningful life.